God damn, what a hell of an intro. Who would have thought a girl's ass would be this cold? Who wants to gut Santa Claus this bad? Oh, she actually gutted Santa Claus. What the? The terrorist is brain dead, don't worry. Yo, Santa's cooler than I ever thought. Chimney's fire, that's why he'd be, okay. That's clever, bro. And to think, there are people unironically online trying to convince you that this is a bad anime season, when there's shows about Santa Claus descendants being trapped with the spirit of Santa Claus within them. A terrorist 14-year-old girl stabs Santa Claus dead, transforms into the big man himself, and she threatens to blow up the school and other terrorist-level activities if Santa doesn't help her find her friend, who very well may be dead. Has the same energy as the video game players who try to argue every year that video games are dead and there's nothing to play, when all they play is FIFA and Call of Duty, when Expedition 33 is right there. Make it make sense, because this is the farthest thing from a dry anime season. Now, you make sure you drop a like on this video, show your support, subscribe if you're new around your Patrons, where you catch my full live reactions to all this and more. If you also want to help fund the channel and videos just like the one you're watching. So Sanda, one of my most anticipated, I'm not sure if I'd say it was my most, but it was within the top 2, maybe top 3. It immediately clicked with me. I didn't know a lot about it, I just know it was badass Santa Claus. Very, very pleasantly surprised. Science Saru, known for stuff like Devilman Crybaby, they have a very unique production style. This is one of the best animated things I've seen all year. 100%. It oozes style and quality. Everything is visually distinct from the art style, and the animation is spectacular. But what can you do with the concept of Santa Claus? Dude transforms into Santa. I'm thinking it's like a shonen where his secret abilities he transforms, and maybe he'll do like a, okay, one of his attacks is he takes things from his sack and he beats you over the head with them. I don't know, but there's some things you could do some magical shenanigans, right? I mean, there was that movie not too long ago, I forget what it was called, it was like Violent Nights or something. It was like Santa killing robbers or something. I never saw it, but it was a funny concept nonetheless. So I knew it's possible to do stuff. But the idea that it's like, okay, this girl's like thirsty for Santa Claus, and the concept of believing in Santa Claus and Santa Claus helping children, right? So I need help finding my friend. She might be dead, but I need to find her. Like, what happened? No one knows what happened. And this kid I know is the descendant of Santa Claus, so we just need to meet the criteria. Santa's got to help. Santa's got to wear red. Santa doesn't want to wear red? Well, lucky for me, you got a lot of red within you. So then she and it's not a fake out. She 100% stabs him in the chest, and she's like, wait a second, you're dying. In another universe, this was an OVA. This wasn't a full series, and it was just a girl who was psychotic as hell, stabbing a boy who liked her, and then he just died on the floor because he didn't transform into Santa. Lucky for her, she did see him transform into Santa, and when she blew up the whole building, thankfully Santa's immune to fire. That's what I really like too, is that there's probably going to be a lot of those things. Like, I assume milk and cookies will come into the equation at some point. It will be like his super juice or something. But the ability of that, like, hey, the reason he was able to deal with the explosion, Santa goes in and out of chimneys. Chimneys have fire. Fire wouldn't touch Santa. Santa can deal with a terrorist bomb. Is it stupid? 100%, but I love that. See, I love it when anime or any story can be unapologetically wild. Why do we have to constrain ourselves into pure logic? No, let's have the most Looney Tunes level bullshittery known to man. There's a dude in this kid's class who's like, bro, you need your head checked. A girl who's saying she wants to kill you, that doesn't mean she likes you. It means she's a psychotic bitch and we should go to the teacher and get her arrested. Smartest man in the room. You don't see that too often. Like, that's kind of has me excited. There's probably going to be a lot of insanity in this show, and then every so often there'll be like a straight man persona who will be like, bruh, and just say what the viewer's thinking. But then you also, yeah, you have the fun factor. So if he eats too many of these beans, these like magical beans that I guess he keeps on his ass cheek, I don't know why, but he does. He turns back into his small form. If he wears red after the other conditions have been met, which seemingly they don't have to be replicated, so anytime after that wears red, he transforms. And then obviously we also know about the immune to fire. Will there be other abilities? Probably. I really hope he fights with reindeer at some point, like maybe Rudolph and the gang, I don't know, like maybe they don't like him at first, he has to prove his worth, so he has to box Rudolph in order for Rudolph to guide him, I don't know. There's a lot of stupid things they could do with this, but it's so obnoxiously silly that I can't help but love every minute of it. And I'm trying to think, is there any other studio that could have adapted this? Maybe KyoAni, just because KyoAni does have like a very like expressive style, but I really think Science Zero is the only studio to be able to nail it. Like the scene when everything's exploding and he's like absorbing it, the level of aura and comedy and badassery coming from that scene, this is amazing. Like, I love this studio, I love what they adapt, and there's such a variety to it, but this is absolutely insane. Sure, will this be for everyone? No. There's going to be people who like mystery anime, or like romance anime, or just like classic shonen, and this will be too wild for them, but that's fine. But I am just getting a little tired, I'll probably have to make a video on this, where the anime community, if it's not just Jujutsu Kaisens, Demon Slayers, or Attack on Titan, it gets labeled as a boring season. And if that's all you can like that. You can only play FIFA, you can only play Call of Duty, and I'm fine with that. Where I have an issue is when they act like there's nothing to watch or play. There is so much to watch. There's less bigger names, but there are still some bigger names coming back. You got the My Hero Academias, you got the Spy Families. But every day of the week, there's something really cool. Maybe not everything's 10 out of 10 masterpieces, but it doesn't need to be. If you're only looking for 10 out of 10 masterpieces, you're gonna be limiting yourself far too much. As someone who likes pretty much every type of anime, as long as it's good, you could make a goddamn anime about paint drying. And it's possible to make that entertaining. You just have to make it a comedy, probably. There is a lot to watch. And at bare minimum, I think people need to at least watch one episode of the Sanda anime, because Crazy Terrorist Santa Claus is not something I knew I needed, but is absolutely fantastic, and I am dying to see more. Probably going to be the best produced show of the season, if I'm keeping it frank, and probably going to be within the top 10 best produced shows of the year. People will want to say, oh, but we've only seen one episode. The first episodes always get more attention than future episodes. And yes, that is true. But knowing Science Zero and what they're capable of, and going off of everything I can think of that they've made, pretty much since Devilman Crybaby, I don't really recall any of their anime dipping. And I think usually at worst, they look better than a lot of anime's best. So yeah, I don't think it's a weird thing to say that it's probably going to be one of the best produced. I'm not going to say it's going to remain to be one of the best shows of the season, because it is such a ridiculous premise, it could easily jump the shark or fall off, but I'm incredibly excited. I walked in saying this is one of my most anticipated, and I'm leaving saying it's one of my most anticipated second episodes. Fantastic, we need more silly anime, and we need more Science Zeros in the world, and whatever the hell crazy shit they decide to adapt. Thoughts down below, what do you think of episode 1, whether if you knew what to expect walking in or you went in as blind as me, let me know. Drop a like, show your support, subscribe if you're new around here, of course Patreon's where I catch my full live reactions to all this and more. Like I also like to give video shoutouts to my patrons. Alright, so today we got Natalie Penna, Chris, Lithium Dragon, AJ, Plays World, Rigel Pelengi, and we also have Dredo. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, you all have a good one.